Alright, so how do you make AI to sound exactly like you? And no, I'm not talking about cloning your voice using 11 Labs. It is something that you can do, but I'm talking specifically about making a large language model like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude to sound exactly how you would write your message. So once you unlock this capability, basically, you can use AI to write you an email message, a comment, an article, a blog post, or perhaps a YouTube video script, but it's going to sound exactly the way you would write the content. So this is very useful, and I think this is actually another cool way to make the content from AI to be more natural and doesn't feel like AI. Now, if you ask this question to some AI expert, perhaps their go-to answer would be creating a fine-tuning AI. So fine-tuning is essentially retraining AI again, but based on your own data. This is something that many companies have done, but I do not recommend doing the fine-tuning yourself because it is not exactly easy. It is not for everyone. And also, perhaps the biggest problem is you need to provide lots of data, lots of examples. I mean, about hundreds, if not thousands of examples. And it doesn't really guarantee because you need to adjust various settings, and basically it's garbage in, garbage out. If you provide garbage data sets, then do not expect that the AI will magically sound exactly like you. If anything, it's probably not. And yeah, overall, this is not a great way if you want to make AI to sound like you. So instead, with a series of prompting, we can actually train or force AI to sound exactly the way we write or the way we speak. So after that, you can use the instruction style to create any content. It could be an email message, could be an article or a video script, and it's going to sound very similar to the way you write your own message or content. So this is really cool, and I'm going to show you how you can achieve this particular workflow. Now, for this demo, I'm going to use Gemini, but I believe you can also use ChatGPT or Claude. Hopefully the outcome will be more or less the same. Now, here, I guess I need to clarify a few things here. So on my Gemini account, I do have memory enabled, and I don't have any particular instructions of Gemini because depending on your settings, depending on your memory, the output from Gemini could be slightly different. So I just want to clarify this from the get-go, just to let you know that I do have the memory feature enabled, but I don't have any custom instructions on my Gemini account. But anyway, I think we can continue. Let's start a new chat. And here, we need to provide AI with our content, our own writing. So it could be from your document, it could be from your video script or the audio version, your speech basically. And by the way, in Gemini, it is possible to transcribe video or audio file. So this is one example where I transcribe my audio, which is from my video. And this is the result. If you're interested, you can use this prompt. And I guess I'm going to put all the prompts that will be used in this video in the description down below. So you can use them, just copy and paste. So yeah, this is the prompt that I use to transcribe my own audio file into text. And yeah, basically we need a document, preferably in a plain text format or perhaps in a Markdown format. And after that, you need to get that to download the file to your computer. And now we can move on to the next step. And that is using AI, using Gemini to analyze the writing or the text. And hopefully we can get a structure that we can reuse on future prompts or future usage with AI. So this is the prompt that I'm going to use. I'll just provide this in the description down below. Now, right click, paste. And after that, you can upload the document that contains your own writing. All right, so this is the prompt and then also the document. Okay, so for the variation, I'll use the Pro and submit. And basically, this prompt will force AI to generate a Markdown document, and it will contain the structure of your own writing. It will be your writing DNA, and then later that writing, that Markdown file, can be reused on AI. When you start a new message, you can just upload the document and then tell AI to perhaps create an email message or create an article, a blog post, and it's going to sound quite similar. It's actually close. It is not perfect. I think you still need to do some manual checking and just making sure that it is not just overly try to be exactly the same, because we have to make it to be as natural as possible. So yeah, that's perhaps the extra fine-tuning that you need to perform, but it's just very easy. All right, so I got this Markdown document. I'm going to open it now. Let me just click download. So the document is mystyle.md. Now we can start a new chat on Gemini. This is where we can start using that instruction file. So let's open Gemini, or ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Cloud. It's up to you. I'll just upload the document right here. So that's the writing DNA, my speech basically. And now for the prompt, this is the prompt that you can use. I'm going to copy the prompt again, right click, paste. So act as a professional content writer, write me a new piece of content about, and then you can provide the instruction right here. So maybe, perhaps I want to know about how to change bicycle tire. All right. And yep, there is nothing else. This is where you can enter the topic, and this is the extra instruction, which I believe you can customize. And this is my writing DNA. So again, for the model, I'll select Pro, click submit, and just wait for the answer from AI. This might take quite a while to finish, depending on how big is your instruction file. So sometimes the instructions can be very, very long, especially if you have a document. You provided a document that is very, very long at the beginning. That will affect that. And perhaps also when you're using a Pro model, it's going to be a bit slower. And not to mention that on Gemini, there is some hours during the day that where AI will be very, very slow, because there are lots of people using the tool or service at the same time. So that's a few things that you need to know. Okay, this is the answer from AI. And remember, it was based on my video, based on the way I speak on my video. And let's see how similar it is to my own style. All right. So today we are going to change a bicycle tire, and it is actually a very simple process. You can do it right at home. You just need to do a couple of basic tools like tire levers and a pump. And by the way, I highly recommend getting some strong plastic tire levers, because they are safe for your rims and they make the job really easy. I gotta say, it is 80-90% close to my own style. I think it is actually pretty good. It is way better than I thought. So it was based from my video, and I guess if you have plenty of content, plenty of documents, you can provide even more documents to make the result or the style to be even more accurate. So that's really cool. And perhaps one thing that you need to know when using this technique is that it's not fine-tuning. So AI needs to read the instruction in the document. So it will be a bit slower at the beginning. It's just maybe a few seconds longer, but I think it is worth it, given that we don't have to worry about fine-tuning. We don't have to spend money on GPU to train the model, and I would say this is just way more practical than fine-tuning your own AI. So yeah, I guess this is a great way. This is an amazing alternative to make AI to sound exactly like you. So I hope you learned something from this video, and again, all the prompts should be available in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my future videos.